Traders, welcome back to another Relentless recap. Ladies and gentlemen, as you're tuning in, hit that thumbs up button. Let's aim for 125 likes on this recap, 125 likes the goal. If you are a new viewer, as you do watch, consider subscribing. Let's jump right into it. Let's talk about some of the action that we had today and what we did to get ourselves green. All right, so FRC, the main stock that I wanted to keep an eye on today, did nothing. And of course, with the increase in interest rates, it was expected that these bank stocks would pull back and sell off. Now, with that being said, I did want to see a short-term red to green before the pullback. It ultimately did not give us this beautiful cup and handle with follow through. It sold off instead, which was all right, a little to be expected. Now, what I will say, hindsight being 2020, around this point in time, I did start to wonder if the stock was failing already for the day. And, looking back at this, maybe I should have just went short. You guys know I am on the hard to borrow list at Thinkorswim, so I do have shares available on this stock. This is essentially a large cap stock, so there'll be shares available. And despite this hard to borrow sign, I still have shares, right? So should I have just gotten short here, put a stop at high of day, and just let this thing go down? I mean, it would have been fruitful, right? But hindsight 2020. Instead, we did attempt some trades up here for this 1 minute candle to break out, this quick flag. We did not hold our trade long enough, and for good reasons. We felt like it was a little weaker. We wanted to be in as the volume was coming in, but we ultimately did miss the trade, which is a bit of a trade-off that I aim for at times. So that was FRC, not much. BOXD, cheaper stock, below 50 cents, penny stock. This one here is moving up initially. It's on the watch list. Let's say the gap scan. I don't really look at it closely because, the price range. I prefer something a little bit more expensive if I have to choose. Now, this one does give a beautiful move. And I'm telling myself, maybe I keep a closer eye on these stocks because this is great. This alone right here could give us what we need on the day. It pulls back nicely as well and then continues. So not bad at all. Not bad at all for BOXD. By the time I got involved, we were over here. I did get chopped out on this red candle that made a new low. I got back in, made back the loss. I think I made about 80 bucks. So after the loss of like $20, I was up about $60. And then right here, it flushes down on me. I get caught. I'm then out for a loss of 65. No good. BOXD. Moving on. And by the way, this one did curl up a little bit later in the day. As I saw right here, this was pretty good. Wasn't around for this, but this was good to see. It did give back its gains, but it is holding up sideways. Maybe tomorrow it's in play. Moving on, CXAI. This is the one that's going to do well for us here today. CXAI, we're going to essentially get a $400 trade. And we took the same exact setup we took yesterday. If you guys recall, we were in a trade yesterday with about 7,000 shares on a pullback entry. We were looking for a bigger flush down after, a move up. This is the same type of setup. We pull back here after a nice extended move. We get a new high of day to 57. Once it drops down to 40, I start to take entries here. I add. As it curls up right here, I sell. But it's not quite the breakout I would have wanted, right? 57 for highs. We got to 50 right here. And, you can see over some time it did get back up again. But, not ideal, right? It could have been better. It could have been better. And from here, unfortunately, this thing does sell off. It does sell off and it goes down hard. So, and this is also another stock I could have essentially shorted. More and more I'm just seeing it. Now I don't know if there were shares available on this one, but I'm looking at it like, man, it might be done. But of course, the short entries are best when you get them high. Low of day breakdowns you can short, but you have to be careful for that quick bounce and reclaim back to the highs. All right, but that was essentially the day. I'm not going to show this archive. In fact, if you do want to see it, you can see it on Instagram, right, at Relentless Trader on Instagram, where it is cut up a little bit, but of course the full-on thing will be there for the MMU students. We'll probably show an archive tomorrow. All right, guys. So that'll do it for this recap. Hit that thumbs up button. If you're a new viewer, consider subscribing. And of course, if you are interested in joining the MMU Merciless Market, guys, you can. Of course, this is my comprehensive day trading course. If you did not know already, So be sure to take a look at it. Check it out. Marcelo and myself coming together to create something absolutely insane. This is still, in my opinion, the best service out there when it comes to learning and educating yourself on day trading. As you guys know, we are the most transparent traders in the world. And, unlike most of these people who are just greedy and looking for money, we actually care, right? We actually care about putting together something good which people can learn from. A lot of these people are pretending, faking, a lot of fake gurus, more than a lot of people will know and or think. So be safe out there in these merciless markets, and of course, stay relentless. All right. So with that being said, yeah, I think that'll do it for today. You guys can check out Momo Pro, which is the scanning software that I use. Code Relentless right here for 25% off for 6 months. I do have some videos on my YouTube page going over the layout and the platform. And let's not forget, with MMU, Code Madness, which is going to end soon here in March. Code Madness for 40% off silver or gold. You guys can check that out. Last but not least, check out our beautiful Discord. This is our chat room that we have. It is still active even to this point in time in the day. We got people posting and talking still. So it's 4:06 p.m. and they're still chopping it up, having a good time. All right, guys, stay safe, stay green. It's been your favorite YouTuber, Relentless Trader, and I am, of course, signing out.